Hello, lovely people. It's a stunning Saturday morning, and I stated to myself, you understand what? I want to do like a Kingdom of the Union type of video. What's the situation with XRP? What's the state of affairs with the crypto marketplace? Look returned on the fourth quarter of 2024 and the first month of 2025 and communicate a bit about what XRP has done, what I'm searching ahead to, and what we will anticipate in the following few months. All I ask from you is that you supply me a stunning smile to send out the good, appropriate vibes, smishity spoil that like button, because you realize on Saturday, likes are for free and permits get into it. So if we look again at November 6th, 2024, the XRP network, permits now not beat around the bush, the XRP network became depressed. We have been in a scenario wherein the XRP community became seeking to, could the SEC file the attraction, might not document the enchantment, humans had been hoping. However, deep down, we all knew that Gary Gensler and his goons might record the appeal, and while it happened, quite a few air were given, launched from XRP. That's what befell. But while November 6th passed off and President Trump were given elected, the XRP network was rejoicing due to the fact he had promised a majority of these notable matters for crypto. He promised that Gary Gensler might be fired day one, and that took place. He did not fire place, Gary Gensler left. But the XRP community knew that proper times were coming, and the price of XRP started to skyrocket. Then we had the whole no capital gains on American-made cryptos rumor that started out spreading. And that helped XRP even greater, and the fee of XRP went up. We all, maximum of us, experienced it, and XRP went from 50 cents nowadays, sitting proper around $3. If you consider it, it's 6x for XRP in a completely very short time frame. And now we're in a scenario wherein the market has cooled off a little bit. We had the inauguration. There became a number of excitement. There turned into a number of hype around the capacity Bitcoin reserve, which, you know, sort of flipped into crypto strategic reserve. We've got mentioned that lots already. But the marketplace's form of cooling off a touch bit. And if you've been with me for a while, or if you're new, I'll inform you that the marketplace tends to do that. There's a whole lot of hype. Cash starts flowing in, money begins flowing out. Some human beings get liquidated. A few people stay where they may be, and the marketplace form has those lulls. And outside of, I do not recollect what day it was already, some days in the past in which we had that 15% promote off, after which 15% pop again up. The market has been quite dull within the beyond few weeks ever since the inauguration proper. It hasn't been that crazy. Outside of that sell-off, because the deeper seeking for scenario that rocked the markets, after which the markets got here lower back, as it had not anything to do with crypto. And so outside of that, the market has been quite uninteresting proper. And so it's a scenario, I just saw a few very lovely parrots, but the scenario right here is now that a number of people have become impatient. If you think about it, XRP has totally shifted and completely changed within the beyond few months. We're given as a minimum 5, perhaps even more coming XRP ETFs that have been filed with the SEC. We have RLUSD that has begun to function in alternate. We have a scenario wherein the XRP community has grown, I assume, tenfold, right, if you consider it. How a good deal XRP coverage is now occurring. How many stock human beings, right? Stock channels that were only talking about shares, abruptly you're talking about XRP, and they're all form of properly, in no way thoughts. I do not need to name all of us out. However, I turned into right here talking about XRP while humans were depressed. And people have been, you know, failed to want to watch XRP movies. And I retain to cover XRP as long as I can, and as long as there's information to talk about, and as long as you men need to listen about XRP, I'll continue to talk about it. But the aspect is that we need to recollect that there's going to be United States and downs. I give you the good, the horrific, and the unsightly. And with any luck, human beings revel in that. I became, listening to a podcast, if you do not know, my circle of relatives turned into, in the beginning, from the Boston location. So I have become a Boston Celtics fan, right? We won the championship closing IR. So I turned into taking note of a podcast, approximately the Boston Celtics, and the host there was saying that when he is excellent bullish or says something bullish at the team, so people are pronouncing you're too bullish, right? And whilst he says something terrible about the group, the commenters are like, you hate the team. And so I experience like I am the equal. I experience like after I get a little bit too high quality, there may be human beings that say, you're promoting hopium. You are too high quality. You said that XRP is going to visit the moon and things like that. You stated that it is going to And once I placed out something, this is perhaps a touch bit horrifying, or I say, howdy, that is kind of terrible. Humans are like, you are spreading FUD, you are terrible, I hate you, you Jew. Such things as that. Yes, I get that comment loads, however, it's all blocked out, don't fear. And so I assume that I'm doing something right, okay? Because whilst you get remarks from each side, which you're now not okay, it approach that I'm balanced and I'm now not spewing out all the stuff that some of those channels are spewing out. And I take pride in that, proper. And I try to come up with the great that I can. And I've been doing this for a while, and I've visible the USA and down south, but visible how humans get sort of sucked in and that they get a little bit too hyped. We've visible, you realize, March of 2024 when the marketplace pumped and people got a touch bit too hyped and those misplaced their underwear proper. And we've got seen even in November, people there was the one's big run, US, and then we had pullbacks, and those that only revel in up, they have a very difficult trouble whilst it's happening, right? The elation that we get from the from the hype is lots smaller. It's surely 25% only. Absolutely it is the alternative, right? The despair that we get from matters taking place is 4 times more potent than the elation that we get when matters are going up. This is clinically examined, that is regarded data, it's psychological matters, and due to that, right, when matters are going up, we're like, oh, it can move up greater, I'm gonna be a millionaire proper, I'm gonna buy that Lambo, I'm gonna give up my 9 to 5. But while matters are happening, humans start getting depressed, they're pronouncing, oh my God, my portfolio is simply went down. I don't know, $5 this month, this is what, inside the beyond few days, this is what I make in a month. I can't trust it. I'm so stupid. Why didn't I sell at the top? That's what we always experience. I just saw a piece of writing at the TV here. I saw it at the net of direction. I do not watch TV. That turned into speak me approximately how easy it's miles nowadays to alternate and to make investments. And they have been speaking more approximately the inventory market, and that they had been interviewing this gentleman, and he stated, because it's so easy today, I'm constantly on my portfolio. I'm constantly checking, I'm always searching, and while it is going up a touch bit, I'm happy. When it is going down a touch bit, I start getting depressed. And they have been speaking approximately how this isn't always amazing for us. And I said this a few times, however, I simply haven't said this these days. After I observe my portfolio, I generally tend not to look at the lump sum. That means I do not observe how good deal cash certainly went up or down, right? That's no longer wholesome. It's not wholesome for your psyche. What I do is I recognize, okay, we are down 20% nowadays, great. 20%, 10%, 5%. We're up 5%. I don't observe the numbers. Why? Because when you observe the numbers, it begins messing with you. Okay, it starts messing with you due to your day-by-day life and the daily values of things. If someone is up, you understand, sooner or later, I think I became up like mid, you recognize 5 figures. Like, I do not know, there's been something big that occurred and I made a whole lot of, on paper, I made plenty of money and I showed my wife and he or she changed into like, okay, but what does this suggest? Can I use that to shop for stuff? And I became like, no, you cannot buy stuff with that. We got to reinvest it. And she became like, okay, don't trouble me with this. When we're able to use it, we should buy something, we will, do something with it, allow me, no. And she become proper within the feel that it without a doubt got here go into reverse after that, and that quote-unquote income became long past. After that, I discovered something. I said, I'm no longer going to be obsessing approximately the dollar numbers or the shekel numbers or whatever. I'm going to take a look at chances. I'm going to recognize, I'm going to examine the graph of my portfolio. I'm going to know, okay, it's up, it's down, it is sideways, and I'll realize extra or less. I do not want to take a look at bucks, because whilst humans begin looking at dollars, it affects your psyche loads. Okay, this is just something that I even have accomplished currently, and I actually have discovered that works for me. Maybe for you, something else works. Maybe for you, you need to recognize the greenbacks. And also, you need to recognize the motion each single day.